We about to start in
Yup.
3, 2, 1. So we over here with Tre Dae, of course. Thank you for blessing the mic. Thank you for blessing the cameraman.
Yeah.
This guy right here, bro. This guy right here. I swear to God, you are what I consider the epitome of the culture in this area, man. I swear to God,
Wow.
you are an artist. You elevated the game everywhere we've been to. Like right now, what everyone is doing has a piece of what you're doing so far. That's
so
what I'm
cool.
noticing everywhere. Like your influence has been everywhere. So I remember when you first started, you told me a really dope story about how you even got into like gathering people and making events, man. How did that start?
Yeah, it was actually completely by accident. I didn't,
Yo,
I always used to do poetry. I would always do poetry, but I dated a girl for a little bit, and she was a poet too, and so we weren't really thinking about any open mic stuff like that. But one day I wanted to do an open mic with her as a gesture because she had never really done poetry.
Yeah.
So this would be a great time for her to kind of like get with her close friends and be in an area that really accepts and can let her find her poetic legs and shit. And we had this inside joke with like flowers and roses. So I had decked out the whole open mic with roses and flowers, you know what I mean? So that was an aesthetic, and it was also a romantic gesture
dope aesthetic
for
yeah.
her, right?
Yeah.
And then it just, boom, it caught fire. We broke up, and I was just left with the work. I was just left with the product. Like, hey, either I can be, I'm emotional, bro. I'm an artist for real. Like, so I can be broken up about this breakup, or I can put in work. And that's what I did. I just worked it, you know what I mean? And I'd even pull my head up and look at what I had done for several years later. I was like, dang, like, people like you are saying shit that I think is crazy. Like, wow. And I'm thinking, like, wow, I really did. Like, I actually did. And I'm not, it's kind of scary to think about. I just try to focus on the process and have fun doing it. You know what I mean? Try not to hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying?
You mentioned, oh, my bad, excuse me. You mentioned something about turning that turmoil into gold, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You really took a moment where a lot of people would have tripped and messed up, and you created something amazing. So how would you tell other people going through the similar situations to handle that situation?
Man, you gotta take your lemonade and turn it into, you gotta trap that shit out. No, but for real, like you gotta, as an artist, as a poet, you should already be used to transmutation. You should already be used to taking something that is poisonous and toxic and using it to emphasize your light. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man, the best things are born in darkness. You know what I mean? So,
what? Now this question I actually am pretty excited to ask you, bro, is because what is one of the craziest or more detailed events that you put together? My bad. Might be y'all. But yeah,
take two.
You've thrown some really dope events, and there's been some events where you've turned the whole venue into an art piece.
Yes.
So and there's been some really wild events that felt sketchy, but even the sketchiness was a part of it.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
What's one of the wildest events or one of the more events that you're more proud of?
Okay, boom. So like, I think my favorite speakeasies are the ones that if you pull up, you don't know you're in the right spot and you're a little sketched out. If you're feeling that, that means I've already got you. You've already been invested emotionally. Okay, so because if you feel that anxious about it coming in, all that same energy and that investment will turn into like the opposite. Like, oh, I'm having this much fun. I'm actually this relieved that this shit turned out lit. So boom, like I think we were talking, right? And we were talking about this. It was like, it looked like an abandoned, like it was actually an old beauty mill. It used to be a beauty mill.
It was definitely sketchy. So like the first event that I ever went to was it was like a pop-up, I think. And there were artists there and there were other people there and set it up as vendors. There was a girl there putting diamonds in your teeth. Like, loves her. There was girls there that sold all of their alcohol already pre-made and put it to their own pouches. There were people there that were actually performing their own original songs. And it was honestly like one of the first times in Dallas that I felt a community. And I felt it was really beautiful. Like, it was 2 stories. So it wasn't like, oh, we came and that was it. Like, we could go outside and we were like overseeing the entire landscape of Dallas. Like these were some of the most beautiful pictures I've ever taken too, because outside looked amazing as well. Like it was a really, I was sketched out. So the entire time I was scared. Like I'm calling my friend. I'm like, am I at the right place? Like, girl, it looks like an industrial building. Like, I think it's people in here that's working. Yeah. And then we kind of like, we go through this area and it's like people actually live here. Then you go upstairs on this old rinky-dink elevator and it's like, okay, like this is a functional place. And then you get up there and then upstairs is actually really beautiful. It was decorated, there was food, there were people. And I met a lot of people that I'm still friends with today. I met a lot of beautiful women that have a lot of influence that I didn't even know about. And if I go on my Instagram feed, they're literally the first 2 or 3 people. There's one girl that I still follow that I love because I love her music. And then find out all of her friends also do music. So it was a really good community event. And I think you don't give yourself enough credit, and I love the humbleness, but humbleness only gets you so far in this type of world. Like, yes, accept the fact that, you know, I did this under God, and I can do anything, but at the end of the day, like, you created something, and you opened an area for people to be creative and feel like it was okay. So, I respect you for that, 100%.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. Like I do this because I love it. Like I knew I would do this even before like I did it. So before Speakeasy in college, I was like the poetry the president of the poetry club. I was like hosting poetry clubs in college at the Courtyard Poet. I'd have poets just pull up and do poetry in a courtyard around like a waterfall and leaves and shit. Like that's what I was on. You know what I mean? That's before Speakeasy. So when I got back into that, it just felt natural. And I know, like when I close my eyes and I dream, I think about how there's gonna be a big ass house with a bunch of artists coming in and out of that motherfucker. There's gonna be an incubation chamber for people globally, artists globally, right? And so I mean, there's so much bigger to get to before I can feel like I can but I can hold my nuts now. You're right, like you know what I'm saying. But I'm still on the way, and so because of that, I ain't got any time to celebrate yet. You know, job ain't done. Yeah. But I will say this: the event you described is an event called She Is Art, which is one of my favorite because it literally only highlights women.
It was nothing but women artists, and that's another thing. I think it felt so safe. Like there wasn't a time that I was in this place and I was taking these shots and I was like inebriated as hell where I felt uncomfortable because there were so many women in this area. There were so many women in every single corner, and it's like you get drunk over there. Once you get drunk, come over here. Let me help you let me do this for you. Let me show you this. Let me teach you how to make this. This is my Instagram. It was a really good, like, I celebrate women type of thing. So I support things like that. I appreciate when a man says, you know what, let me open this space up for women to really just get active. That was amazing. It was really beautiful.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that and get out the way. She Is Art is probably one of my favorite event themes to do. It's been a long time since I've done it, and you know, when the time is right, when it makes sense, I'll bring it back. But they've literally always gone off. They've gone crazy, and yeah, it's just a place to celebrate the women who are art, who embody the art. You know what I mean? Yes, and I get so excited about it because like art is everything from entrepreneurship to a canvas. You know what I mean? And a lot of times we forget and we don't understand that those things do mix, but there's a crossroads between entrepreneurship and artistry that we need to highlight. Yes, sir. And regardless of what side you're on, hey, like we're getting you in the room, you know what I mean? Like, and everyone's gonna be communal. So I don't know, we just having fun with it, you know?
Yeah. So what's really on my mind is, what do you got planned next for the summer? You know, we already put you on one of our covers. Yeah. We expect great things from you, man. I know you got something.
Tight shit.
Well, what do you got planned for the summer, man?
Okay. Well, I can't say too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say too much. I'd rather just do. I don't like to make the promises. I just want to, and then I'll talk about it later, right? Yeah. But I love Summerland. We're talking about my favorite events. Oh boy, look, we gonna have to do this again. That time we put a pot together and we got like 4 or 5 hotel rooms in the fucking Virgin Hotel. But listen, I had already done this shit at another hotel. What we do is we find a hotel, we get multiple rooms. I'm talking like 4, 5, 6, sometimes 10, and we'll put them back to back to back if we can. And then we'll have like, okay, this artist, there's like, this is anime over there in that room. This is a talk show in that room. This is entrepreneurship in that room. This is painting in that room.
Yeah.
This is dancing in that room, whatever. And then, people just go around and vibe out. So those are my favorite nights. Like, so I'm definitely bringing that back, getting a hotel and just wilding out. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. I gotta ask, one of these little random questions, man, because we just love to know if you had one billboard all to yourself and you can write whatever you want on that motherfucker, what would you write on that billboard for everyone to see?
Oh, for sure. It would be a billboard with me on the motherfucker like this. Just for all the haters to be like, whoa, fuck, he's still in it.
Like that.
Yeah.
Oh, just like that.
Yeah.
And y'all ain't gotta probably just follow me or some shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess like some like emotional message, like just be authentic to yourself, and don't forget, even as an adult, you're still an artist. A lot of the times get so caught up in the real world and the matrix that we forget that we're artistic, and we need to come back to other artists to help us bring that out of us. We're not here to work, pay bills, and die. We're here to live life. Yeah, and create for real. That's
all
what it's
right, man.
about.
So let them know, where can they follow you at? Where can they keep up with the culture?
I'm over here at Speakeasy, and
Oh, if you want to follow me, Queen Alexandria Monique on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
who up the band?
All right, this Go Guy by Design. We out. Yeah.